We love Squid Game, we love Black Mirror, we love Mindhunter, not you. Not you. We love so many TV shows and movies on Netflix. But to quote a quote that was quoted in The Dark Knight, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And it appears that Netflix, the supposed hero, has recently decided to start introducing a crackdown on password sharing as well as introducing advertisements, subsequently making a lot of people angry and confused. So let's talk about the current state of the platform. And if this ends up becoming an ongoing thing, which it will be, there will be more parts to this video. Let's start with the password sharing crackdown, shall we? So back in 2013, Netflix introduced a family plan for the low price of $11.99, allowing users to have up to 4 different profiles that could simultaneously stream content. This ended up costing $4 more than the regular plan, which only allowed 2 user profiles to simultaneously stream stuff. According to this 2013 Digital Spy article, Netflix anticipated that less than 1% of its user base will opt for a pricier package. And oh boy, were they wrong, because everyone and their sea turtles subscribed to that plan, causing everyone to start using their friends, loved ones, or some guy on the internet named Eric to access their plan for the better half of a decade. The family plan made it so everyone had access to Netflix and we could all watch and overhype the same TV shows and movies, which kind of made everyone feel better connected in a weird optimistic way. It's a huge reason why great shows like Stranger Things and Squid Game have such a massive impact on pop culture, and why films that shouldn't have been successful like Bird Box were viewed by over 45 million users within a week of its release. Netflix was enjoying the ever-living out of being top dog, but then something bad happened. Netflix reported that in the first quarter of 2022, it had its first drop in customers, losing more than 200,000 users. Announcing that to shareholders didn't go well, as this was announced on Tuesday, and by Friday, Netflix's stock was down 36%. Some of those 200,000 users who try to exit Netflix weren't out of the game yet, as this Reddit user shared a screenshot of Netflix supposedly spamming their email for 5 days straight like a toxic ex, after they supposedly canceled their subscription, saying quirky things like, "We miss you," and "come back." And Porkroll 2022 replied, "Netflix, chill." But it appears that Netflix having one bad quarter for the first time in like a decade causes the company to go into full-on panic mode and remove the word chill from the equation, as they vowed to go after these criminals who are sharing passwords. Which, by the way, this completely contradicts their tweet they published in March of 2017, claiming love is sharing a password. It almost appears that when sharing passwords was beneficial to the company dominating every other streaming platform out there, they were completely okay with it. But now that it's not beneficial, they no longer care about the convictions that they made. But anyway, I digest. And on top of all of this, they had to appease social media. So like a lot of US companies, Netflix had to pull its service out of Russia after Russia decided to invade Ukraine. And we have to give credit where credit is due. Netflix pulling out of Russia was a good decision. However, it did hurt the company by causing them to lose an additional 700,000 users. Then they had to cancel the Bright sequel after Will Smith decided to slap a comedian named Chris Rock in the face because Chris Rock had the audacity to do his job as a comedian and make a joke. I feel like the conflict in Ukraine deserved more attention than the most viewed case of assault that the world has ever seen, but that's just my opinion. Sorry, we're talking about Netflix losing money. Netflix is losing billions, and they need to come up with some ideas to make more money after they already essentially monopolized the market and reached as much growth as they could probably get as a movie and TV streaming platform. So what's the game plan? Buy some rights to stream some better movies? No? Okay. Make better content that actually feels more cinematic like HBO or Disney? No? Okay. Well, let's see. Enter the gaming market? Offer a game streaming service like Luna, Stadia, or Game Pass? No? Okay. So what are your solutions then, Netflix? Oh, you're doing what? Wait, seriously, is that what they're doing? According to Netflix, almost a decade after the family plan was introduced, they just found out that they've created some confusion about when and how Netflix can be shared. Right here on the Q1 shareholder letter, they admit that sharing helped fuel their growth, but now that they've had a bad quarter, it's suddenly time to address this confusion about the sharing, starting with the term household. When they mention household, they mean your literal household. People in your immediate family may travel, go to school, live on their own, etc. Doesn't matter. They're not in your household. So it's no longer the family plan, It's the household plan. Netflix wants to stop these subscriptions from being shared between households without that sweet monetization. Because, as they've stated on their website, users sharing subscriptions between households are the reason as to why Netflix can't create great TV shows and films. Let's say you already have a household plan, and you want to share an account with someone who isn't in your household. Well, I know this may be hard for you to understand because apparently you've been so confused this entire time about how to use your account, but the solution is that you can pay Netflix more money every month. But wait, how much is more? Well, they've already began testing this new plan in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. There, they have been making it so the standard and premium subscribers can add 2 sub-accounts for people who they don't live with. Each additional account appears to be an extra $3, but this article is very poorly written, so don't hold me to that. The real joke here, though, is that they refer to this as innovation. They also introduced a transfer profile option, knowing that so many people are about to be kicked off of someone's subscription plan. In the Q1 shareholder letter, it said that they have an estimated 100 million households that are using a shared Netflix account, and they plan on monetizing every one of those households. I did find it odd that in the shareholder letter, they mentioned their achievement of beating Blockbuster from more than like a decade ago. I guess I'm confused on how they thought bringing up a Goliath becoming antiquated and bankrupt would really ease the minds of shareholders. In an interview with Deadline, the current co-CEO of Netflix, Reed Hastings, claimed that one way to increase the price spread is advertising on low-end plans, and to have lower prices with advertising. Going on to say that they're looking into implementing that within the next year or two. I'm not really worried about them adding commercials, as we've already seen other streaming services like Paramount Plus have more affordable plans with limited ads. I like Netflix, but I'm indifferent on what happens to it because it's just a major corporation at the end of the day. But my advice to them would be simply focusing on content rather than spending all of their time and resources on policing everyone on how to use their accounts. There is nothing more polarizing than this kind of business strategy. With the loss of users, which will inevitably happen, this will easily allow other platforms to step up and take the reins. Hey guys, do you think this video is too salty?